Hello there guys, it's Ben here from SW6 Lions TV. I hope you're all well. Guys, different settings. We're in a car today. We're in the car. Sorry, didn't have time to do a video last night because I went to Chelsea, then went to the cricket. So it was a rough night, to be fair. But I'm back here. We're back here to talk about the game. What a game, by the way. Great to be back at the Bridge. We'll start. The whole build up to the day. I was buzzing to be back. It's the first time since, I think me and my friend were talking about this, Everton was the last time all the crowd went to the Bridge, and then obviously Corona called everything off. To be back in there with everyone was amazing, by the way. Walking down the Fulham Road, wow, I loved it. We got the train there for the first time in like forever because I normally drive there. So getting the train with everyone, the build up, the excitement, loved it. My day was a little bit different. We've obviously got a season ticket now. So I was a bit sceptical because obviously we got it in the Westview. And I was like, I'll obviously go with my dad. And the Westview was a little bit like, we're normally in the Matthew Harding. We're like, oh, do we go in the Westview? But we took it. We took it because we don't want to go in that virtual waiting room. And I've got to say, it was so good up there. So good. There's good fans in there singing all the time. The seat was unbelievable. Obviously not going to tell you where I'm sitting, but if you do see me, obviously come and say hello. But we're bang in the middle. Nice height. Screens everywhere as well. But the view, like obviously being in the Matthew Harding, like you do look over there and go, oh, I wish I was there, like sometimes singing, but the view was unbelievable. Both halves you can see perfectly. So it was good. And that's obviously going to be my seat for the whole season. So I'm buzzing about that. The atmosphere was good. The atmosphere was good. It was always going to be. Fans were back in the stadium. I honestly can't tell you that feeling of being back at football again. Just walking down with everyone. A few Palace fans saying Eagles. I wasn't happy about, but we'll let them off. But yeah, it was a great day. It was a great day. But the team, I've got to say, I was like, Jesus, like he's risking it today. But it turned out obviously all okay. Obviously Chalobah made his first Premier League start, which he grabbed with both hands, by the way, and got his goal as well. Unbelievable finish. I was really disappointed with. Like, obviously, I'm not disappointed with their performance, but Palace were fucking dog shit. I'm sorry to swear because I didn't need to, but they were poor. They were so poor. Zaha, I don't even think he touched the ball. Patrick Vieira's got a tough job on his hands because they were poor. I think that's probably. I watch Palace sometimes. I think, how are they still in the Premier League? Like even when we played them before, they are shocking. They are a shocking team. I always remember one time when we went to go and watch Palace, right? It was under Jose Mourinho and they actually beat us. It was in like September or maybe in August at the start of the season. And their warm-up, honestly, was like what I used to do at 15 years old. With their centre-halves, I think it was, their coach threw the ball up and they headed it. They're all in the line in their back four. They headed it and they jogged back. And I was like, I used to honestly do that when I was like 15. What are you doing out on Stamford Bridge doing that as a warm-up? But yeah, I just feel Palace that they just need to go now. But I do like Palace away, so if they stay in the Premier League, then they stay in. So we'll get onto the game. Jorginho, I thought he played really well. I can't really point out a name where they didn't do well. I'm trying to think. Mendy was quality. I think Reece James is getting a bit of a tough run really because obviously he sat out of the England team, and then now he's obviously trying to work his way back in the Chelsea team. It must be mentally, that must be quite tough because he's obviously won the Champions League. He's had such a great season. Sit out for England instead of look like in front of Luke Shaw. It must be hard. It must be hard to think like, am I doing something wrong, or after having a season like that for Chelsea. So Alonso was in yesterday. I was like, Thomas, what are you doing? Like, we're going for the Premier League. Everyone's tipping us to win this Premier League this year. And like, I do think we've got a chance. I do think we've got a good chance, but I don't know. that performance yesterday was perfect, by the way. And it does make you think, like, do people see what? Because I'm like not a negative fan, but I'm like, no, come on, let's hold back. Like, we're not at that level yet. But like, maybe, like, we've got like Lee Judges. He obviously tips us to win. Simon Jordan. Like, there's a few people that I'm hearing that are tipping us to win the league. Like, I've gone on a few channels and they're like, yeah, Chelsea are going to win the league. And I'm like, really? Like, with Lukaku, I think it's definitely. I am more excited. When we first signed him, right, when he was in the talk, I was like, Lukaku, like, you got Haaland or Lukaku. Like, I'll definitely take Haaland, but I'm buzzing to see Lukaku tomorrow against Arsenal. Because we got so many balls in the box. We whipped so many balls in the box. And I was like, Lukaku would have been there. He might have got a hat-trick yesterday. Oh, yeah. And then it gets me on to another matter. And that one is Timo Werner. Timo Werner. So you can't hit a barn door, the geezer. I looked over, I went over to my dad yesterday. I was like, this reminds me, right? This reminds me of a Torres situation. And he was like, nah, he ain't that bad. And I was like, no, he's not that bad. Because let's have it right. Torres was dog. But Timo Werner, the whole place feels sorry for him. I think even Palace fans feel sorry for him. Because he gets in the correct position, like he's making the right run, but his touch always takes him away from the goal. And that's just confidence. Having a bad touch. Obviously, at that level, you ain't going to have a bad touch. But it's just his confidence. And that guy can't hit a barn door. And I'm starting to lose my patience a little bit with him. Like, I'm thinking, like, when Lukaku comes in, I can't think. Like, I say Lukaku, but people say Lukaku, and it really throws me off. So I'm like, what one is it? I'm going to say Lukaku. I'm going to stick with my guns. When Lukaku comes in, I think he's got to go out of the team, isn't he? And I know people are saying rotate, but you don't really rotate at number 9 like Lukaku that's been doing that well. But yeah, it's a tough one because he's obviously been playing left wing as well. Pulisic is another one. Pulisic, he's been poor. He's been really poor. There's just no end product from him at the moment. He had quick feet yesterday, like skilling a few players up, but his end product is as bad as I've ever seen it. So yeah, but Arsenal away, I'll be there again. Can't wait. Arsenal away, always a brilliant day. Think about doing some fan cams outside, because that'd be a fantastic game. We need to turn up against Arsenal because I know what they're like. They turn up against us, whatever form we're in, they turn up, and whatever form they're in as well. They could be bottom of the league and they'd still turn up against us and pop us off the pitch. It always takes me back to that time when Conte was in charge and we lost 3-1, and they weren't in great form and we were in okay form. And they popped us about, and then it happened again under Lampard as well, actually. And they just always turn up against us. I don't know what it is. Against that big club, I suppose you always turn up, because Arsenal are that tin pot club now, and we're like that big club. So yeah, guys, there it is. Sorry about yesterday, I couldn't get the video out early enough, but we've done it now, and hope you enjoy. See you at Arsenal, up the Chelsea.